All right, what's good with y'all boys, man? So jumping straight into it, we got five different overall things that I think that they could bring to the game, and I'll kind of break down each one as we get to them. We're gonna talk about matchmaking, potential U.S. exclusives, something to help deal with the RNG, with the shooting situation, a few different things. Okay, the point of the list is kind of gonna be to set um an idea for things that just the community complains about that could be potentially improved on in the game. Obviously, we don't actually know how it's going to go, but in December, we can come back, we can look at this, see how things have changed, and then on top of that, we can set up something for 2027 predictions for the next year and so on. You feel me? Make it a little thing. Now, look, before I get into it, while I am going to be talking about the game, I think the last video set a little bit of the wrong example for what I'm trying to stand on over here. Okay. While I am okay with constructive criticism and talking about things about the game that can be improved and ways to improve it, just straight up being negative about the game is not what I'm doing. It's not what I'm here for. And it's not the kind of vibe we're going for over here. So that's not, I don't want nobody to think that, oh, dude, we grouping up to come talk trash about the game. That's not at all the case. Okay. That's not what we're looking for over here. I don't want this to become a thing like how it is in the 2K community. I've been saying this where it's a negativity led uh conversation because that doesn't lead anywhere for the devs. They don't get anything from, oh, this game is trash. It's never going to be good, bro. They don't get nothing from that. Okay. And that's another point of doing this whole list is talking about things in a way where, yes, there are problems, but there are things that could also help out. And then just some stuff that just be fun that don't have nothing to do with problems. Okay. So getting into it, first we'll start talking about the matchmaking because I talked about it in my last video. Um, Basically, the two things that I think that they could do, just two general things that could potentially help. We would have to see it in game to know for sure, of course, but I think that they could add a bonus for bigs like power forwards and centers, maybe double, triple trophies, something like that to be able to incentivize people to play certain positions more. That way, it's not so hard whether you're solo queuing or looking for a team to get people to fill out that team properly. So, worst case, even if you are going up against some crazy people like we talked about, you're at least going in with a solid team on your side and a good chance at still being able to compete. You feel me? Another thing that I think would help with that is I believe in other games they call it role queuing, like making you specifically pick like if I'm sitting on the home screen with whatever character, I'm locked in to, if not picking that specific character, I'm locked into picking at least somebody that plays that position. Maybe for flexibility purposes, you can allow people to pick up to two positions to do it with. But I think that this will help a lot with making sure, again, when you're going through matchmaking, you're being set up a little bit better team wise and not being thrown into games with bad team comps where it's like the game is kind of already over before you even really get started for real, just because of how bad the matchups are looking. You feel me? I think those two things would be a good step in the right direction for helping people both in just team matchmaking and solo queue matchmaking in general. I think it'd help out both situations for real. And by the way, anything you might think or your opinions on whatever it is that you hear in the wish list that you might mess with, you can drop it down below and we can talk about it for real. You feel me? Drop your ideas down there for what you think might help the game out. Now, moving on to the second thing. Okay. The RNG with the shooting is something that a lot of people talk about. We've all lost the game because you took an open shot, maybe a few open shots. I think I just missed, like for the first time, 3 in a row on Iverson the other day. And it's insane. It's insane sometimes. And it goes both ways too, because it's not just missing open shots, but a lot of the times, like those missing those three open ones, I could have, and I think I might have took the next one contested, and it went in just because of the fact that I had missed the last few. The first few were open, okay, but still being rewarded when getting contested just because you missed the other shots. Like it's a strange system. All right. Now, what the first thing you usually hear people say, and the big solve for this is supposed to be a shot meter, but my opinion on that, I don't necessarily know if Dunk City could do that. I feel like one of the things that makes their game better with the fluidity in the animations and the combos and stuff that people can do is they don't have, like, the shooting is a part of a lot of people's actual combos and whatnot. Like Steph, his little behind the back into his pull up, James Harden. A lot of people have mechanics that have them press the shot button to go into certain combos or moves in their kit. So I don't know exactly how a shot meter would work in that situation. Not to say that it couldn't. They've done some crazy things. If anybody could figure it out, I'm sure it's something. Just saying, in other games where they do have shot meters, I noticed that there isn't as good animation for getting around in the movement and the handles and stuff. It's more stiff. Think NBA Infinite. You feel me? So that's one that, like, it's not just me. I know a lot of people talk about the RNG thing. That's why I wanted to throw that one in there. I feel like if they figured something out for it, a lot of people would definitely be happier than they wouldn't. Don't know how it could work. Maybe green windows that shrink or get bigger based on contests and stuff like that. The 2K similar thing. But we'll have to see with that one. I imagine in the future they do something for it, where there's just tweaks to how the system works in the game. Maybe more so than a full blown, like, just system change with a shot meter, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Do have to remember it's the first year of the game. It's going to be out for a long time. So we don't know what it could look like a year or 2 years from now. Now, staying on the topic of 2K similar aspects that they could potentially add for help, I think a teammate grade system would be amazing for the game. Okay. The whole proficiency thing is cool. The trophies thing is cool. But those just really tell you how much somebody plays with a player and that they have played with them a lot. Two different people can get to a high proficiency and a high amount of trophies in very different ways, both because teams can be involved that make a difference, their own performance. It's a whole lot of stuff. It doesn't necessarily tell you the story of anybody when you see it. Okay. I think a teammate grade system that's active during in-game moments, good or bad, same how it is in 2K. You're taking good shots, making good passes, getting assists and stuff is going up. You're doing bad stuff, holding the ball too long, not passing the ball, taking bad shots, is going down. Gives you an average. And honestly, I would say instead of an average, like, over between every player, like, probably give you a different teammate grade on each player. That way you don't just start using a new one and immediately have the same teammate grade that you use on everybody else. Still indicate that this person is new with this player. So maybe it make you go through a certain amount of games before it give you one. I don't know. But set up a system in that type of way where you can really tell what people are like on the players that they're choosing to queue up in, so you have a better idea rather than just checking people's recent game record and stuff like that. Because a lot of different things, like I said earlier, can affect that and not necessarily give you the story of the player that you're actually looking at. And I also feel like it would deter people from doing stupid stuff in the game and making a worse experience for other people, because the merit point thing is very easy to get around. It's not a big deal, honestly. So I feel like if you could show that, oh, this player does this a lot, or does that a lot, maybe you don't want to run with them. They got like a C+. You feel me? I feel like that'd be a solid little system for everybody. Now, for something a little more exciting, I mentioned the exclusives earlier. I feel like we could get US exclusives. My heart is still on the Prime idea for getting really cracked characters on our side. Mentioned it before, how we have 2 bronze in the game, one regular LeBron and then a bronze 16. Feel like we could get like a Steph 18, Westbrook 19, things like that. You feel me? Now, although I'm still holding out for them to eventually do that, I think another thing that they could potentially do for longevity purposes for the game, because they're always going to want more characters. We're always going to need more people to come out, especially as we start filling out this NBA roster a little bit more as we're going, right? If we don't get the Taiwan exclusives, and I didn't care before, but after they came out with the little shooting guard shorty that they got over there now, I really want them, but I don't think it's going to happen. But what I do think they could do is come out with US exclusives like most of the other 3v3 style games eventually do. The Professor, Bone Collector, Lethal Shooter, guys like that. I think that they could go and eventually give us some really crazy cracked out kits on players like that on our side that only we would get. I think that'd be pretty cool. Help them potentially grow a bit if they decided to add some of the YouTube hoopers and stuff that are active, like Friga and some of those other guys. It'd be a really interesting thing to see potentially happen, and I'm not a whole lot like sure that they wouldn't do that either, because like I said, a lot of the other games have already done it, and when you think about it, we are early in the lifespan for Dunk City, so there's no way to know that they don't have something like that planned for down the line, but they're waiting to flesh out the game a little bit more first, Now, lastly, I think that eventually, again, as we see the game be fleshed out, we already know we just got the accessory update. We don't have it fleshed out all the way like it is on Taiwan servers where we can buy the accessories yet for black cards, but we do know that that's going to be coming, right? I think that eventually, hopefully, it would help out a lot if the exclusive jerseys costed maybe a little bit less, and we just get more things in the game that we can spend black cards on. Okay, and hear me out. There's a few reasons why. First off, the thing about the jerseys is with them costing 15 black cards and how hard it is to go for them, even though you can target grind them, and I have a video on that, is really time consuming. Like, it's going to take you some months regardless of whether you're trying to do it on purpose or not. Even I can't even imagine how long it takes if you're just grabbing random black cards as they come through events and stuff. But it's really tough to do. And because of that, it kind of reduces the value on them a little bit once you do get to 15, because of the boosts that they come with are not super significant. Not for most of them. So when you're looking at it, it's really just based off of who your favorite player is and if you think that they look cooler than all the clothes and stuff you have with the jersey than anything else. Which, because of all the clothes options that they have and whatnot, not gonna lie, sometimes it is harder for a player to look better with their jersey than with some of the custom clothes and stuff like that in the game. Okay. So what I think would be a nice little fix is you make the jerseys cost like 10 instead of 15, right? A lot easier to get to. You're more incentivized to buy one and then still want to wait another 10 to get another one. Situation I'm in right now, I bought the Iverson jersey. I'm not buying another jersey until Michael Jordan or Prime Rose come out. And even for Prime Rose, it's questionable. Michael Jordan is for sure. That's day one, same way I did Iverson. But I don't know about Prime Rose for sure. I don't know. We gonna see. But that's kind of my point. If it was a little more flexible with the cost, people wouldn't have a second thought about like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get this one, then I'll start saving up for this other one. And here's another thing. In the jersey pools, bro, I need the chance for exclusive jerseys to be a little bit higher. It might just be me. I tend to have bad luck. Dragon Ball Legends has been killing my luck lately. It's kind of how games usually operate for me. But I have pulled enough black cards for 2 jerseys almost. And the only jersey I've ever pulled from the actual crates was a little Portland Trail Blazers regular jersey, a non-exclusive. And the only reason I'm complaining about this is because it's possible for you to get jerseys for people that you don't have or don't want to use. That's not cool. If I finally get one and it's for Anthony Davis, I might crash out. It might really be a problem. So I think it'd be nice, boost the chance a little bit. I'm not saying they got to go anywhere crazy, a little extra 0.5, 0.7, 0.9%, something to give people a better chance. And then number 2, I think that we could do something for the people that do have black cards that aren't going to be using them for a while. Again, people in my situation. Make it cost a lot so you're not losing a whole lot of crazy revenue on it or nothing by adding a little switch up. But like 40, 50 black cards, buy a little crate and it gives you pieces from like the exclusive gear in the game and stuff like that come out. You feel me? You still make it cost a crazy amount of black cards, but it's something else for people to save up with the black cards for if they don't necessarily want to use them for a jersey anymore or something like that. I don't know. Or they just happen to be accumulating them over time, but they don't want to use them for anything. Give them, like I said, something else to use them for. I think that'd be tough. And you make it random, obviously, so that people can't go in there and just target pick anything. Like I said, you still want to make sure they make their money off of it at the end of the day, because that's what they save this part of the game for. But like I said, you make the black card cost high enough, you buy a little box, pull a random piece. I think it's a win-win. So, y'all let me know what y'all think down below, man. Shout out to some of the guys in the community. We have a name now, World Kings. Got a little tag in game, all that. And most of my gameplay will probably feature them from here on out. So shout out to my boy Johnny, the greatness that I was running with in these videos. And outside of that, if you would like to join the Discord, we got some good guys to hoop with and stuff. I think we just hit around 30 members now. So I'm going to have a link in the description for you to join up if that's something you want to do. And outside of that, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified for the next one, man. Like I said, drop what y'all think you would like to see come into the game down below, or just what you think about any of the things that I listed today. And we're going to see how the rest of this year goes, man. Hopefully it's pretty exciting. But I'll catch y'all on the next one.